Good morning, campers. How are you today? It is Wednesday, April 1st. The weather's not looking too great. It's very gray, very gray. In fact, let's have our friend listen. Weather.
It's 58 degrees and cloudy in Castle Rock.
58 and cloudy in Castle Rock. For those of you that may not know what's going on, right now I am talking to my daily channel, Matt Baker, but I'm simulcast? Do people still use that, simulcast? This is also being posted on my Leave It to Baker channel at the same time. I'm going to upload both of these tomorrow morning. It's Wednesday. I upload at 9 a.m. the day after. So this will be up Thursday. This is a reaction video to a video that I made. This is what we're going to do. We're going to come in, and of course I got to put that dude on camera. Do you want to be put on camera? Do you want to say hello? This is somebody that we got in our lives in August of 2024. Do you want to say hello? Yes? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. We're just getting too much love. Hi, Bubba. That is Cinnamon, or Cinnamon Roll was the name we gave him, but we just call him Cinnamon or Bubba. Anyway, thank you so much for being here with me today. So this is what I'm going to do. This is a reaction video. Just a quick little backstory. So I started on YouTube April 1st of 2020, exactly 6 years ago today. As a matter of fact, this is what I'm going to do, because I got this whole thing set up. It's kind of fun. Look, I've got lights, I've got cameras, I've got computers. This is a new computer, by the way. I finally got a new MacBook Pro. I had a MacBook Pro. It was smaller, and it had like no RAM, and it took like 2 days to upload. No, it didn't take 2 days, but it took quite a while to upload something. So I decided I had to get something new. Anyway, right now we are. Why, hello. This is the camera that I shoot on for my my Matt Baker channel. Hi, hello. It's an old Osmo Action. It works perfectly fine. I love it. It's in 4K. And I have been making... Okay, I'm going to say goodbye to you. Let's see. Did I do that right? I did. Okay. Hello. All right, so this is my reaction video. I just uploaded today. So I did something that was like a time capsule. I saw Jimmy, who's from obviously Mr. Beast. I saw him do it years ago, where he had, I think it was a 5-year thing. And I was like, hey, that's kind of cool. Maybe what I should do is set something up, since I'm, at this time, it was 2023. And I was like, hey, I'm coming up on April 1st, 2023. Why don't I make like a time capsule, since it's been 3 years? Why don't I make one for 3 years in the future? Okay. Once I uploaded it, I watched it, I think the next day, and then I think a month later I watched it. And I was like, oh, okay, should I keep it? Should I delete it? Am I going to say some stupid crap? I probably am. But as my YouTube journey has been going on now for 6 years exactly today, I don't care. I don't care what I said. And I don't mean that in a crass way. I just mean, as far as the YouTube journey, here, let me get comfortable. As far as the YouTube journey is concerned, it is a journey. I had all these high expectations because I had worked in production. I worked on short films. I was an actor. I did everything in Hollywood that I thought I could. Man, I did boom mic stuff. I did B-roll stuff. I did acting stuff. Am I getting a call? I am. I'm getting a call. But I'm not going to pick it up because we're doing this. But I will call them back. Anyway, so as it is, I made short films. I did directing. I wrote. I worked for production companies. I worked for Tom Cruise's production company. I worked at Paramount Pictures. I've spoken with everybody that you think you can talk to. Steven Spielberg, and when I worked at the Writers Guild, I was there for 15, 16 years. I spoke with Beverly D'Angelo on the phone. I spoke, because see, I don't know, maybe you don't know this, but I was the main receptionist there. So I was technically the voice of the Writers Guild. So I would answer the phone, I would transfer calls, anybody that called, I would transfer them to departments. I would have to know the departments, I'd have to know what was going on. And then when we would have meetings or we were at the theater, everybody knew me because I was the voice of the Writers Guild. And that was really cool. I loved that because it felt like I was doing something productive in the business. Where Lawrence Kasdan, spoke with Lawrence Kasdan. That was a funny story, by the way, about Lawrence Kasdan, who had called. And I actually spoke to him at the theater later. But Woody Allen, J.J. Abrams, there's so many people that I've spoken with and talked to that being in the industry, I thought, and I'm going to go back to this, that when I got into YouTube, I was like, piece of cake, man. YouTube. What's YouTube anyway? You just make a bunch of videos and everybody's going to watch and I'll get millions of subscribers. It's a little different than that. And it hasn't been as maybe successful as I thought it would be. But that's the point, is the journey itself. I've watched plenty of other content creators who have said, man, I'm telling you, the plateau I'm at, I love it. I've got 200,000, 500,000, a million subscribers, and getting there was more fun than being there, if that makes sense. And I doubt anybody that's got a million subscribers is going to watch this. But maybe you can attest to it and say, hey, you know what? Yeah, it was the journey that got me there. And that's what I enjoy, is the journey itself. A quick little backstory of my YouTube journey. So it was January of 2020, right before COVID. I was at home. I had lived in Toluca Lake, right next to Burbank, and it was on a Saturday or Sunday. And my son, who is a son by trade, no, is my wife's son, but he's my son too. So he was in his room, and it was on a weekend, and I said, I'm going to be watching a movie, because that's all I did. I either watched sports or I watched movies on my off time. That's all I did. And so he said, I'm watching a YouTuber. And I said, what the hell is a YouTuber? I didn't know. And he says, it's just this guy on YouTube doing like kick flips, because he was into skateboards, and he's doing kick flips and stuff. And I said, so people watch this? And he said, oh yeah. And I'm thinking in my mind, maybe like max 50 people, right? I said, how many people watch this already? And he says, I don't know, like 2,500? Let me look. Yeah, about almost 3,000. I said, 3,000 people have watched this? And he said, oh yeah. He goes, you'll be surprised. A lot of people watch stuff. And I didn't know. I didn't know what a YouTuber was. I didn't know who Casey Neistat or PewDiePie or Adam the Woo or any of these people. I didn't know who any of these people were, because my mind was strictly film and television and animation too. In fact, I knew some of the guys from what the heck is that called? Family Guy. So I knew people in the industry, but nobody in YouTube. I didn't know it. And so when he told me, oh yeah, people make money, I'm like, how do people make money from this? And he's like, oh, ad revenue. He knew. I didn't know. He knew all this stuff. Ad revenue, this and this. And I was like, well, that's kind of cool. I had no idea. But I had filmmaking background. I didn't know what I was going to do. And so that weekend, now see, granted, here, look, that week, this is a newer one, but all I had, didn't have a computer. He had a computer. I didn't have a computer. All I had was a smartphone and a computer at work. So, and the smartphone, all I used it for was basically like fantasy football and maybe looking up some sports highlights on YouTube. And that was about it. Maybe some movie trailers. I think that was it. And so what happened was, on that Monday, I went to work and I got on the computer and I typed in, how do you succeed on YouTube? And first thing that popped up was a guy who, funny enough, I'm still subscribed to. His name is James, and his channel is The Stradman. And I loved his journey story of how he became successful just filming supercars. And I thought, well, that's really cool. Good for him. That's really awesome. And I thought, well, maybe what if I did a channel? What if I made something on, I don't know, maybe just like my family and tell stories, because I've always been a storyteller my whole life. I've had a camera in my hand since I was a little kid. And I thought, well, I'll just tell stories. Why not? Well, I didn't do anything with it. And that was, I think, January of 2020. I didn't do anything. Then all of a sudden, here comes middle of March. We know what happened the middle of March of 2020. This thing called CV-19 or COVID had hit. And my work had said, hey, everybody go home. We don't know what's going on. Stay home. It was on a Friday. Go home. We don't come in on Monday. We don't know yet. Monday turned into Tuesday, which turned into Wednesday, which turned into Friday, which turned into the next week, which turned into the next month, and as time went by, I wasn't at work. I was still getting paid, which was nice, and I still had health coverage, but I wasn't doing anything. So it was the end of probably like 2 weeks later. I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll film something. I don't know. Maybe I'll walk around. So I grabbed my cell phone, not this one, like I said, and I filmed myself. Hey, hi, my name's Matt. This is my new YouTube channel. I tell you, I was nervous, to be honest. I don't know why. I just felt like I'm talking to my phone and I'm going to post this for everybody to see. And I figured nobody's going to watch it, so I'll just do it anyway. So I did. And funny thing is, you know, during COVID, if you remember, everybody wanted to get out and walk, right? So I'd see somebody like 5 blocks away. I'd be filming myself. Here's a sticker, by the way. I'd be filming myself and I'd see someone 5 blocks away and quickly put it away. And no one's looking. I don't know why, because I was nervous. I just didn't want anybody to see me talking to my phone. Well, now obviously it's no big deal, and people have been doing it for years. But for me, that was new and odd. So I started the channel. I started talking about the family. I wanted to implement my wife, who's from Poland, her language. So I thought I'd implement, you know, hey, this is a new word for the day. These are just things that I thought would be kind of cool. And then before you know it, I had lost my job. Well, I didn't lose it. I know where it went. They decided that they didn't want to keep everybody during COVID. And they said, hey, you know what? We're going to cut some ties with some folks. We'll give you a severance. Thanks for all the service that you gave us. But we're moving on from you. You need to move on from us. And at that point, we said, hey, let's move someplace. We're going to leave California. So we moved here to Colorado. Didn't know what I was going to do. I started driving Uber Eats. I didn't know what I was going to do, and my sister had said, "Hey, why don't you film yourself dropping people's food off?" And I said, "How boring is that? Who's going to watch that?" Well, funny enough, there are channels now where people do that, Door Dashers, and people watch it. But I started doing that, and then I thought, you know what? I want to make shorts, because shorts had just come in, so everything was now vertical, and you can make shorts up to 1 minute. And I thought, well, why don't I make them into like little music videos? You know, like I really enjoyed making short films, and so maybe I'll add music to it and do some editing and this and that. It was a blast. I love doing that. I made a ton of those. But then as it is, it was not too long after I had a dream, and it was on my birthday. Funny enough, it was on my birthday, and I had a dream that I had interviewed Casey Neistat. Now, I had only started watching him maybe not too long, maybe 2 months before that. I had started watching, and I thought, why would I interview him? That's weird. And now that's something my dad did. My dad was in broadcasting for 45 years. He started on television, and then he went to radio, and he interviewed everybody from Black Panther members, Dolly Parton, Robert Kennedy, RFK. He interviewed a ton of people. That's what he did in his life. And I thought, well, I guess maybe that's in my chops. I guess that's what maybe I'm going to do. I got a degree in radio and television. Maybe I'll interview people. But what would I talk to them about? And it just started flowing that maybe I could talk to people about their channel. Like, hey, I'm new. How did you get started? What did you do to get started on YouTube? Like, what do you shoot on? What do you edit on? Maybe I'll go behind the scenes of how you do your stuff. That was a dream of mine. That is still a dream of mine. I still get to make those. It's not as frequent as I like. I would love to be making 2 a week, flying all over the world. And that's still my dream. And I'm still going to do that. It just has taken quite a while to get there. So I decided I'm going to start another channel through a suggestion of a friend of mine. It was January of 2023 that because I knew a lot about baseball cards, I was going to make a baseball card channel. And so I started making these little shorts. I love doing that. And every season that shows up, so now this is 2026, this is my 4th season doing it. I love doing that. Then in May, I decided, it was May of last year, I had started working. Now, I don't know if you know this. I work, I'm a gate officer at a community, a golf community here in Colorado. And I really like it. I like working with the staff that we have, but also the residents and getting to know them, and they all know me. And a lot of times they probably just want to drive through, but I'll talk to their damn ear off because that's what I do. I talk too much, and people like my personality, and that is rewarding to me. And so I get a chance to talk to them. Well, anyway, long story short, 6 months I'm at a certain gate, and another 6 months I like to go to an overnight shift. So I now currently work a 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. graveyard shift. And as it is, May 4th of last year, I thought, well, maybe I'll just kind of document what I do every single day, kind of like a daily, right? I did that for maybe 30 days, and then I went back to my other gate, and I couldn't find the time to do it. There he is. I just couldn't find the time to do it. And so I stopped uploading on that channel, other than maybe a few things here and there, a trip I took in the summer. And then what happened was this past Christmas time, somebody that I had watched, hold on a second. Mister, can I ask you to stop, please? I'm vlogging. He listens. So somebody that I watched, Adam the Woo, had passed away. And we were about the same age. And I was inspired by his journeys that he took. Now, granted, we've lived in Denver area now since 2020. It's now 2026. And I didn't do anything. Now, granted, I've wanted to go and make behind-the-scene vlogs, but to try to get a hold of content creators and get them to want to do this is very difficult. And yet I want to continue to make progress, and I want to keep making content. And the baseball channel is great. And actually I'll get into this, but I started another channel in October, more at end of October, early November of last year. And that's a fun channel too. So then it was January 11th, about 2 weeks after he passed. And I thought, you know what, Matt? As maybe a tribute to him, I don't know if it would be a tribute, but here's a guy who got his ass off the couch. He went out and he filmed his daily life, and he got out there. He went out and explored things. I've been here. I sit on the couch and I watch YouTube, I watch Netflix, and I watch movies, and I don't do anything. And I was like, I haven't done anything. I haven't gone anywhere. I've lived here for 6 years. I've done nothing. And I thought, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start that channel back up, and starting January 11th, I want to reach 1,000 daily vlogs. That will put me at October 7th of 2028. I am 80, what am I? I wrote it down somewhere. I'm at 81 days. And I'm not going to quit, because once I get determined to do something, then I don't quit. So I'm going to keep doing that, and I love it. And I've gained a bunch of subscribers. Now this channel, which this is both on the Matt Baker channel, because this is going up tomorrow, but the Leave It to Baker channel, it's odd. I climbed up to about 715 subscribers. Then I went down to 711, then 709. Yesterday I was at 705. Today I'm at 704. So it's going the opposite direction. And I used to worry so much. Oh my gosh, I'm losing subscribers. I'm not getting the views. I'm at that point now where I really don't care, because I'm going to keep making stuff because I enjoy making this stuff. Okay, so that is my YouTube journey backstory. We are going to... Well, hello. Well, we've got a lot of little distractions going on. It's 3 o'clock, so there's two. One more. Hold on. Thank you. And close. The closing part of it's, I think, the loudest. So we are going to come down here. Let me get this going. Give me 1 sec. Let me pull up my new screen recording and options. And we are going to, the MacBook Pro microphone. We definitely need that. And we are going to come over here and we're going to say, I think it's going to record now. I think I'm recording now. So we're watching this together. So see, it's Wednesday, April 1st, 3:01, exactly 6 years. Here is the channel. I've changed this. Like I said, I'm at 704. I've made 93 videos. This one was a blast. If you've ever seen Mark, Gen X Talks, or Briggs, or Mary, this was a blast to make. I really enjoyed working with these guys. I did this in December of 2024. This one's gotten my most views because these guys have over... Oh, hi, there I am. These guys have over 500,000 subscribers, so they've got quite a following. So that one helped me out. But this is the one. Here, actually, I'll scroll down to here. So this, I had to make this into 2 videos. The behind the vlog, I did this with Dewey of 2024. This one was in June of 2024. That was a blast. I went to VidCon. I took my daughter, and we thought, you know what? Let's get out there. Let's get seen. And as a matter of fact, I got these shirts made. I got some shirts made. I got my Leave It to Baker. I had a logo made, kind of jumping back here. So I met a guy who was a contractor that came through the gate. We got to talking. He said, "Are you on Instagram?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Hey, do you mind following me?" And I did, and I still do. And I saw his logo, and I said, "Who makes that?" And he goes, "My wife actually does." And I go, "Wow." I go, "Hey, do you think she can make me a logo?" And I came up with an idea and said, "Hey, I want something like this, kind of a 60s style." And he said, "Yeah." She busted something out. I couldn't thank her enough. I got some magnets made. Here, focus on that. I got some magnets. I got a bunch of stickers. Look at this, some stickers with some cat hair on there. Leave It to Baker stickers. I got some little business type cards made. Even these with the QR code. Look at that. If I put that up there and you guys scan it, bam, you can subscribe just like that. And then so as it is, we went to VidCon and I got to talk to executives and other content creators, and it was a blast. We're going again this year. We've already got our tickets. Everything is set. But it was an absolute blast. So I'm still kind of rambling. We're going to watch this together. I don't know how long. Hell, I've 20 minutes. I've been talking for 20 minutes. See, this thing doesn't stop. This mouth, it keeps going. I made this April 2023. I've had 6 views. I think, like I said, the first 2 views were mine, so I've had a couple. We're going to click on this, and we're going to get my reaction. Hey, guys. Welcome to Leave It to Baker. Okay. I'm seated in the exact same place. I'm not wearing the same shirt, but we're in the same place. So that hasn't changed. All right. Let me see here. Here we go. I can't wait. Oh, this is something I wanted to do here for a while. I saw Jimmy do it years ago, and it was a really cool idea. And I'm like, you know what? I kind of want to follow in his footsteps and try the same thing. So here we go. I don't know if I'd want to follow in his footsteps. That dude, I bet you he gets no sleep. He's at, what is he at? 400 million? 500 million? I know he's getting close to half a billion subscribers. That blows me away. I mean, the success that guy's had is amazing. He's done a lot of good stuff. There's been some controversy, with his old filming mates and whatnot, but he's very successful, and you got to hand it to the guy. Today is April 1st, 2023. And today is April 1st, 2026. At the time of recording. But you guys are watching this April 1st, 2026. Did I tell you? 3 years into the future. Yeah. And the reason why is because 3 years ago, my hair kind of looks the same, although it's not as gray as it is now. I think my hair's getting grayer, and especially in the beard. Yeah, I'm getting a lot grayer. April 1st, 2020 is when I uploaded my very first YouTube vlog. I remember I walked around. Oh my God, look at that dude. See, I had gray in the beard there too. Look at this. Holy smokerínis. This was in Toluca Lake. Man, I miss Toluca Lake. Even Elizabeth says, Daddy, I want to move back, because there was a vibe. When you're working in the industry and you're around the same like-minded individuals, I can't say there's not that here in Colorado, but just something about it. I loved it, and I miss it. I do. If you don't know, Toluca Lake is right next to Burbank and North Hollywood, that whole area. I worked in West Hollywood. I worked in Hollywood for Paramount Pictures and Tom Cruise's production company. I was all over the place. I worked, and I originally moved down to Orange County. Don't know if you guys knew this. I lived in Northern California. I moved down to Orange County because I worked for the Oakland Raiders when they were the Oakland Raiders, and I opened their very first team stores, the Raider Image. And so I was the store manager. We scouted the location. We scouted it in Lakewood. That was our first location that we scouted, and we liked it. We bought rented a Foot Locker. They were exiting. We took over. We set up the whole store. We had contractors build it. I hired a staff. I kind of didn't know what I was doing, but we succeeded, and we sold so much merchandise. We made $1 million in 4 months, and I was I think I was an incredible manager. I hired a guy who, even he was older and he wanted to work for the Raiders, but then after a couple of months, he's like, hey, I don't know if I want to work retail, but I want to tell you, I've worked all my life. I've worked for many different people, and you are the best manager I've ever worked for. And it made me really feel good. I was like, wow, because I took a lot of pride in it. Anyway, I stopped working for them. They fired me. They didn't really fire me, but they just said, hey, we're moving in a new direction, because they wanted to hire someone and make less money. Pay them less money. It is what it is. And it was a blessing, because, like I said, we scouted that, and we scouted Montebello. And then I got to scout a place in Studio City called Universal Studios, Universal City Walk. And at the very end of, if you guys have ever been, Universal City Walk, at the very end of the walk past Cinnabon was an empty store. And I said, we need this place. We need that tie-in with Hollywood. And my boss at the time, who was Mark Bedane, who became the president of the Raiders, who is now the president of the Oakland, Sacramento, Vegas A's, funny enough, because I know the guy, I said, we need to be in this place. And we took it over, and we got that place. Now, when it finally opened, I was gone, but it had been open for many years, and I was always thankful that anytime I walked past, it was like, I got this place here. I got this place here. And funny enough, because I went there, I had that love for Hollywood and filmmaking in my blood. And when I got let go, I said, I am moving up to Hollywood. And I did. I moved from Orange County up to Studio City, and I got right into the business. I started doing background work. I was an actor. Anyway, I think I told you that story, but I loved it. And if it weren't for me getting let go by the Raiders, I would never have done it. I would never have done it. So anyway, sorry. Back to this. And I was just kind of shooting just me talking, and that was about it. But today, I just wanted to kind of question myself on what's going to happen 3 years into the future. I'm going to set this down. I've got my, got my shoulder. Seriously, sometimes this camera, now right now I got the small lens on it, but if I put my big fat friggin' lens on it, that sucker's heavy, which is why I went to this. This is beautiful. It's light. I stick this damn thing in my face all day, every day for 81 days so far now. I love it. This one I use for my behind the vlog episodes, but that one I like. It's already hurting me. Is the camera that heavy? I don't think so. Anyway, so we're going to take a quick look here. Dude, you ramble. Man, you ramble a lot. Around. So we've got two channels. This channel, Home Run Baker, I started, I don't know, when was that? It was January. February? Nope, January. Got 58 subscribers, got 54 videos. A lot of them are shorts. Yeah, that's all I do. I just released this one. which is 2023.
Okay, look at my views. 156, 12, 236, 187, 254, right? All right, so we're going to exit out of this. I pre-planned a little bit. Let's see, is it still recording? Yes, it is. Thank you. I pre-planned a little bit. Whoops. That's kind of not what I wanted to do. Where is it? Home Run Baker. Here it is. Okay, so currently I'm at 648 subscribers. I am almost at 1,000 videos, 977 videos, bringing you Tops Now cards every day. Okay, so the only long form horizontal format that I shoot is when I open a box of Topps Pro Debut. That's all I do. I love doing that. I don't get too many views, which is all right. I don't care. But the shorts is what I do every day. So these are the shorts for the last week. 1.9, 1.9, 250. That's sometimes you get some odd ones. 2.6, 2.6, 3.3, 2.7, 7.6. There's a 484. Like I said, a couple days you may get a stinker. I don't know why. 2.2, 206, 1,000, 3.3, 5K. So I get a lot of views on my shorts. I have a blast doing it. In fact, here, we'll watch. This was yesterday's. Now,
Hey, baseball fans! Welcome back to Home Run Baker. Today's Tuesday, March 31st, and these are our Tops Now cards of the day. We've only got 6 cards. Let's check them out. We've got card number 29, Chase Burns, young fireballer, secures first career MLB victory in win over Pirates. And here's the back. Hey, Topps loved it so much, they're offering up this gold 1-of-1 auto relic.
I got my center field in the background.
If you spend the $11.99 that they're asking. Card number 30, Joey Weimer on.
So I used to get flagged often. Hey, if you do it under 59 seconds or exactly 1 minute, they just say, hey, it's content, copyright, music, but you're allowed to use it because it's a short. If I go over, which this one is, how long is this one? This is a minute and 12 seconds. They will hit you. But I've learned to keep it low enough and talk loud enough that the algorithm doesn't hear it. And so I get by every single video. It's sorry, I got a little hair. Little tricks I've learned. So I get by. And the algorithm doesn't hear it. So, and funny enough, just the other day, I let it drag on the music just a little too long. And sure enough, I get flagged and it won't promote it. And I'm like, okay, well, screw you. I'll just redo it. And I just redo it. These are my... Okay, I'm back. Sorry, I forgot this camera, and I just did a vlog with Mark from the Media Nerd. He was saying the same thing, that for some reason at 30 minutes... It ends it. So I don't know exactly what I said. We're going to go back just a hair. I think we were right there.
Like some of these 200, 187, 245, 71. You know, you scroll down. 400,
so even
1,000.
Look at the hair. Look at the hair. And there's Elizabeth.
Like 12 people. 12 people? The algorithm's really weird.
It is.
Okay. That's my kind of not backup channel. That's just the channel I kind of goof around with and have fun.
The Daily Driven. DDE. Oh, I used to watch those guys every day. I watched those guys every day. And then after a while, you kind of lose touch with some of the people that you watch. And yeah, I mean, that's given with YouTube. People lose interest. I got a friend of mine who says that he's watched certain people, and then every month he cleans it out and deletes those subscriptions because he just doesn't watch them. I guess. Unfortunately, I have subscriptions to everybody I've ever subscribed to, and I just keep them. But they don't pop up in my feed anymore because I don't watch them. But anyway.
Is the channel that you're watching right now, Leave It to Baker.
Yep.
In 3 years, I better hope that I've changed this. This better be different.
It is. It is different. And I showed you that. I have... Let's go here. We're going to go view your channel. Oh, first let's see. I'm at 211. So yeah, you see? It's now this Leave It to Baker that I kind of came up with. Well, I mean, they helped me out with the logo, but I put it in like that. So anyway, let's go back to this. We're at 211.
Hey guys.
No. 211. better be different.
Yeah, it is.
I've got 225 subscribers, 131 videos. I actually just, 221 this morning.
See, I was growing. I was growing even then. Now, because I don't post that often, I don't make shorts anymore on this channel, and I don't get a chance to meet up with content creators as much as I'd like to. So I lose some subscribers, and you know, that's okay. What did I say that I was at? I am at, we're going to go back here real quick. We're going to view it. I'm at 704 with 93 videos. Okay. Yeah, you know, it is what it is. We'll go back to here.
Hey, guys.
No more hey guys. God, that's such a thing. I hate doing the hey guys thing.
I actually just, 221 this morning because...
oh, funny enough, this one I loved making. This, I made it like an old-time silent film. I was doing a delivery and I made it like, go watch this one. Silent short. That one was fun. I did something called Wingstop Wednesday, where I tried the chicken sandwiches at Wingstop, and I tried each and every single one of them from the most mild to the hottest. That got me a lot of subscribers because everybody loves food content. Funny enough, this one right here I did with Elizabeth. Look, 922 views. You can't even watch that now. They flagged it. I don't know, because it's got a little kid's face. They flagged it, and now you can't even watch it. I can't even watch it. Now, I mean, yeah, granted, I could watch it if I went to my channel, but if I go to my other channels to watch it, it doesn't exist. So, I don't know, maybe they changed some things in YouTube. And this one, funny enough, Shake Shack, this house right here, and I didn't know it at the time, but when I was making a delivery, I was delivering at The Village in Castle Pines. I really liked delivering there. I thought the homes were beautiful. They had a golf course. And then one day when I was delivering, I pulled up and I talked to one of the gate officers. And I was like, by any chance, are you guys hiring? Because I was getting tired of doing the Uber Eats. It was breaking down my car. The gas was expensive like it is now, $4 a gallon. And it wasn't cost effective. And he says, yeah, I think we are hiring. And that's when I turned in a resume and I got the job. And I've been working there since August of 2023. So yeah, that's funny.
This one, which is a delivery for Jersey Mike's, and I made it into a silent film. It was actually really fun to make. I had a blast making it.
I just said that.
293 people see it. My Wingstop Wednesdays do good. They get around 1,000. So there's a Wingstop Wednesday. Here was Spicy Korean Q. That one was fun to make with Elizabeth.
It was.
So, yeah.
That one we did, what was it, ATC, ATW? Wait, Around the World? I can't remember the name of the group, but they had that song. I'm blanking on the name of the song, but it's the Euro dance song from the 90s. I think you would know. Anyway, I'm going to shut up and keep going.
That's where we're at. Here, look, let me
see where I'm at. 5 minutes.
Let's zoom in here.
Be conscious
there we go.
of it.
Saturday, April 1st. It's 5:12 p.m.
And today is Wednesday.
Oh, here, you can even take a look. This is our apartment right now. There's my little stupid ring light.
Yep.
And there's my outside beautiful day here, April 1st, 2023. You know, we
still looks the same, although, yeah, that tree is there. But this, funny enough, I'm not going to take the camera off of here, but if you watch my other videos, you'll know this right here. We had a sand pit, and we had a volleyball net, and you could play volleyball. Nobody ever played. Elizabeth and I went out there maybe a couple of times. Nobody ever played, and so they eventually got rid of it. In fact, these are the old lights. We have different lights now. They're LED. Tree looks the same. There's no leaves on it yet, even though it's April. We won't get leaves until May-ish. But yeah, right now there's planter boxes in here, and there's a like a pergola type thing that, you know, like an overhang. If you watch my Matt Baker videos, you'll know, because I stand out there and I make some videos out there. So, ooh, excuse me. Go ahead and watch those.
We haven't had snow for about 2 weeks, but
yeah, I think it's been about 2 weeks too.
It's beautiful today.
Oh, hi.
Hold on.
Where are you going?
Sorry.
Whoa.
Let me flip this around so I can
Look at you.
see myself again. And there I am. Okay, so I wrote down some things that I kind of wanted to ask myself,
and see if they've happened or if they're gonna happen. So jot them down on my phone so I wouldn't forget. Let me see.
Yeah, here, I got some stickers made. Here, let's zoom in on that. I got some stickers made for my Matt Baker channel. I showed you the Leave It to Baker stickers, but so I got these stickers. I have one on my phone, obviously. It's so small. Let's zoom in on that. So it's my logo for the Matt Baker channel, and it's an old photograph I found of myself, my senior year of high school, 1987. Yeah, I'm a Gen Xer. What are you going to say about it? With my Wayfarers. Now, I have those Wayfarers someplace. They're in a box at my sister's garage for storage because when my mom had moved in with my sister, left California, I still had stuff there. They piled it all in boxes. They moved it to Texas. It's still in her garage. I will get that stuff. But anyway, I came up with here, let's make sure I'm in focus. I came up with a little thing, and on another channel of mine, Leave It to Baker BTS, behind the scenes, which I don't upload on that anymore because I came up with the Matt Baker channel. And that's essentially what I wanted to do with that was, hey, I want to make a behind the scenes of me doing behind the scenes. And kind of, hey, I flew to Baltimore and I made a vlog. I flew to California, I made a vlog. And I want to do a behind the scenes of me and me staying at hotels or me doing VidCon or me doing things along my journey to make those. And I posted them on this new channel, Leave It to Baker BTS. And I only have 15 subscribers. Nobody subscribed, and that's okay. But I realized when I started the Matt Baker channel as a daily, I said, I don't need that channel anymore. So I don't upload. Anyway, when I went up to work with Dewey from Colorado Mall Crawlers, I had left early in the morning. I was going camping and four-wheeling with them. And I said, good morning, campers. And that stuck. And I love doing that for some reason. And so anyway, that's what it says. This was a tester. I didn't like how it was underneath. It was almost like that. So then I had some bigger ones made. And these, let's zoom in on this. So these are the ones that now say, good morning, campers on the side. And these are just some stickers. And then, speaking of merch, I decided to make a shirt. So it's got my ugly mug. Whoops. Why did I touch the lens? Well, that was dumb. Hold on a second. All right, I touched the lens for some reason. I meant to touch this. There you go. Anyway, you get the point. It's on a shirt. And I got this shirt. All right. Mr. Rambling here. We're going to go back to this. Sorry. I get off. Squirrel! I do that at my other channel. Squirrel! I get off.
I wanted to talk about politics.
Subject.
Well, holy smokes. Just a couple of days ago, they had said that Donald Trump was being indicted. So today is Saturday. So this Tuesday, he is going to apparently turn himself in, and he's going to be arrested. What happened about that?
He became our president. That's what happened about that. I have mixed feelings about that. I was excited about the guy, and now he's gotten us into a war that he said he would never do. And prices of things are back to when he wasn't in office. I don't know. I don't know what the dude is doing. I used to worry too much about our presidents and about our government, and it was a lot of stress. Isn't it? Isn't it a lot of stress to worry about all that crap? Let's just go about our lives, enjoy what we're doing in our own lives, and stop worrying about that stuff. It's just...
I don't know today, but we'll definitely know 3 years from now.
Yeah, we will.
Also, what about war? I mean, they've talked about by 2025 we'll have, war with China or Russia or North Korea. Did we have war? Are we?
Yes. Good prediction. I mean, it was kind of inevitable because our country loves war for some reason. Because you can't just be peaceful. You got to get into stuff like that. No, Matt, it wasn't China or North Korea or Russia. I mean, who knows yet? Not too sure. But it is Iran. And yeah.
Here? I mean, did we seriously have nuclear war? I mean,
Do none
Thank
of us
God.
exist anymore?
No,
Is
we
this
do.
like
We
an
exist.
ether, this video? God, I hope not.
No.
Oh my God, that
We're
would
still
be
here.
so freaky and so scary.
Yep.
I don't think we'll get there.
No.
I think that things are going to turn around. They have to. I don't think they're turning around with Joe Biden. That dude's nuts. That's my opinion.
Yeah, and that was my opinion. Where is he, by the way? Seriously, where? You hear nothing about the guy. He was our president. Where is he? It's so odd. You hear nothing about him anymore. Really weird.
I think that's an opinion of a lot
But he was a little on the weird side, let's admit.
of people at this point. They've just seen how he's run this country. He's nuts. So in 2026, he'll definitely be gone. He won't be in office because I don't think the dude's running again.
But he was. He was trying to run, and then he backed out, and then Kamala took over, and she was running. Weird turn of events. Weird turn of
Let's
events.
see, what else did I write down?
Your hair looks cool,
well,
bro.
I wrote down weather. It's beautiful today. It's like I said, it's 65 degrees. I mean, holy smokes. I can't say we rarely get that, but we still get snow. We'll get snow in April. We'll maybe get a snow day in May. Here in Colorado, it gets a little nutty. But
It does.
what else did I write down? Movie stuff. Well, let's see. What else? What's out right now? I don't even know. I don't really get an opportunity to go to the movies that much anymore.
What is out? I just saw, hold on, I have my ticket sitting right here. Project Hail Mary. That was a good movie. I just saw that. I don't, like I said here, I don't go to the movies that often, but when I do, it's one where I've seen a trailer for something and go, ooh, I want to see that. And then, of course, when you go there to the theater, you see the posters, and you're like, ooh, well, that one looks cool. Like, I think Mandalorian and Grogu is coming out. I want to see that. There's a new Spider-Man. There's Project Release? No, what is it called? It's Disclosure Day. That one looks cool because it's Spielberg movie. So, who I had a conversation with. I spoke with Steven Spielberg. Not about this movie, obviously. This was decades ago, but I talked to the dude. That was cool. But anyway, so yeah, this summer's got a lot of cool movies that I want to go see.
Because I'm doing these all the time. Oh, but the Ant-Man, the third Ant-Man movie had just come out like
I didn't
a
like
couple weeks
that.
ago. I still want to see that. I think I got to go see that movie.
First one was cool.
Please. Maybe Roberto Orsi is watching this. I doubt it. But if he is, dude, we talked. I
We
don't know
did.
if you remember. We talked.
Yeah.
When I was at the Writers Guild, you and Alex Kurtzman were there for a...
It was an arbitration.
How long ago was that? That was ages ago. But
Yeah.
you were there for an arbitration. That's
Yep.
what it was.
I had to cut right
And it
there
was
'cause I couldn't
for
remember.
I think it was for one of the Terminator movies you guys wrote.
No, they didn't do Terminator, Matt.
And
no.
I had you sign
It
one
was,
of my Terminator. Not
no.
Terminator. Where's my head? Sorry.
Yeah.
Transformers.
It was Transformers. I knew it started with a T.
Transformers movie. Yes. One of the Transformers films, I had you sign one of the posters. But you and I had talked.
Yeah, we did.
And I said, dude, is anybody ever going to do Robotech? Robotech.
They still
I know
haven't.
that-
I don't think they have the rights to Harmony Gold. Nobody does. I'm telling you, that would be so successful. Robotech. I had all the comics. I watched. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, my battery just died. And that's because I talk too much. Anyway, I was saying that, and this probably looks a little different, the format, because I had to take the camera off the tripod and blah, 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 blah. But yeah, Harmony Gold. Harmony Gold is the company that owns the rights to Robotech. And like I said, I had all the comic books. I watched all the animated movies or the TV shows. So I loved it. It's a great story, and they really need to make that into a film. It would do well, in my opinion.
That the rights still are owned by, I think, the Japanese company that came up with it. But good God,
There you go.
Robotech has got to be made. That is such a great animated feature and comic book. I doubt it in 3 years that it's going to be made, but I'm hoping, maybe. All right, let me see. What else did I write down? Combustion cars, are they still going to be for sale in 3
Combustible
years?
engines, you mean?
I'm sure they are.
Yeah.
I know we're knee deep in electrical cars, but
Yeah.
I mean, God.
I was actually just watching something earlier, and they were talking about the gas and the added elements. No, the added. The added ingredients to gas. Now, I don't know if this is a conspiracy theory, but the added ingredients to the gas destroys your tank in your car on purpose because they're trying to phase out gas cars and go all electric. If that's true, that's diabolical. What the heck? I mean, it sounds weird to me that they would do something like that, but it was suggested and I thought about it. I was like, yeah, they are pushing really hard for everybody to get electric, which not everybody is on board. I also saw something recently that was talking about a lot of people are focusing on cars that are 20 years and older because all the electronics in cars now, for some reason, let's say you have a heater, right? You have your heater on in your car, it's cold. Well, and you have, nowadays everybody's got a damn iPad right in the center of the car. Well, you got a touch screen and you turn up the heater. Well, if that's got a glitch or there's an issue with it, you can't turn up your heater. Where before you used to grab your dial, turn it up. If that breaks, you get it fixed. Now, you got to get expensive patchwork on your computer fixed. I don't know. What do I know?
They've got to have combustion engine cars in 3 years. They have to.
Yeah.
I wrote down Elizabeth here. Actually, I just dropped off Elizabeth with her brother Igor. They're hanging out.
Funny enough, she's with her brother Igor today. She is now 11 and a half. No. Yeah, she's 11 and a half. Sorry, her birthday's in September. She'll be 12 years old. She's gotten taller. She's a big girl. She's very bright. And she's got a mind like just the things that she comes up with are, to me, just blows me away as a dad. I'm like, wow, you're a smart kid. You really are. Unfortunately, she has strep throat. She was starting to feel sick here, and she left to go hang out with her brother for the day. She spent the night. She was really sick. She had a fever. They thought, maybe we'll take her to the doctor just in case. They took her. This was yesterday, and they just found out she's got strep throat. So now she's quarantined at their place, and she's stuck. She went to the doctor. She got antibiotics. She's got strep throat. She's stuck there for a week. Poor girl. Oh, my God. Now I don't get to see her. I get to talk to her on the phone, but oh, my gosh. I love that kid. We're making a trip out to California in June. We're doing VidCon. We're doing Disneyland. We're doing California Adventure. We're doing movie sites, things that I remember when I lived there, but I never made videos on. I'm going to make those. We're driving up to Northern California for 4th of July, and we're going to the parade on the 4th of July in Danville, my old hometown. We're going to the Alameda County Fair, where the Beach Boys, where at least one Beach Boy and the rest of the family are going to perform. We're going to go to Sacramento and see the A's. I don't care where they play. They're still my team, so I'm going to watch them play. It's going to be a great trip. We're really looking forward to it and just spending the time with her. Now, Monica doesn't go. She doesn't go on any of these trips with us. I don't know why. She just doesn't like to do it. So just Elizabeth and I, and we're going to have a blast doing it. Anyway, I'm going to shut up. Let's keep going.
Spend the night. She's only 8 and a half.
5 minutes.
So she'll be 11 and a half. She'll be well on her way to 12 years old. Oh my gosh. Elizabeth, if you're watching this, you're a big girl.
Yeah,
this is amazing. 11 and a half.
It's so hard to believe as a parent. And here's the thing. So when I go and pick her up, so now I have to park a couple blocks away and she walks to the car. She's at that age. She's in 5th grade. But I remember dropping her off at school. Kindergarten. Daddy! Come up and hug my leg. Miss me so much. I miss those days. And now I go and pick her up. And they're the little kids. In fact, she just had a sock hop. And they had the little kids, the kindergartners in the 1st grade and 2nd grade. And it just makes me nostalgic. Like, I remember when she was that little and that tiny. And she had so much affection for, not that she doesn't have affection for her parents, but she's so independent now. She's got her friends and she's got, the things that she does that she enjoys. And I love that part of it. But it's just, as a parent, you miss the little kid You miss that little kid. She's still a kid. She's only 11, but she's going to be a teenager before you know it. So just you miss the little kid aspect of it anyway.
I have over 5,000 subs in 3 years. God, I better have well over that.
You had some lofty expectations, I will say. I admire that.
Well, do I have a 100,000 subs at this point?
Bro.
I mean, obviously my goal is to reach out to YouTubers, interview them.
Still my goal.
Get that going. I've got my buddy Eric, who just started his channel about a month ago.
We
Cycling with
We made a
Gasoline.
vlog.
I'm
Cycling
sure
with
we'll
Gasoline.
probably have already done a vlog.
Yep, we did.
There's a guy, Buster, who I had met that works at Walmart. We had said we were going to do a vlog.
That's right. There was a guy that I had met at Walmart. He had a fishing channel. His name was Buster. And we had talked about making a video together, a vlog, behind the scenes. And just like everybody else, there's a couple other people here in Castle Rock that I met with that, yeah, that sounds great. Let's do that. And it always falls through because, and I had mentioned this in a vlog on my Matt Baker channel the other day, nobody follows through. If you say you're going to do something, God damn it, do it. Say you're going to do something and do it. Don't just be words talking. Anyway, hold on, my phone's calling again. Oh, it's my wife. Hold on one second. Okay, sorry, I had to take a call. She felt that was important that I talked to her about a text message she got, which she forwarded to me. And I said, it's not that important. Anyway, what was my point? What was I talking about? Oh, if you say you're going to do something, just do it, right? So, as it turns out, I never got to do that vlog with this guy Buster about his fishing channel. But then I met Mark. And Mark has a fishing channel. And I did a vlog with Mark. And it was a great time. We had an absolute blast at 11 Mile Canyon. And that's the thing that I've learned on this YouTube journey. If one thing doesn't work out, it used to stress me out. I did. I used to get stressed out. Oh my God, Matt, your channel's never going to go anywhere. Your channel, nobody's going to watch your channel. You're not going to get subscribers. You're not going to get views. Oh, why? Who cares? Do it because you love it. And I love it. And I worried too much before. And things happen for a reason. And I met Mark. We did a vlog. I had a great time. And that's going to be the future of this channel and any other channel. Is you got to have faith in yourself and faith in the process and the journey. And I do. And people will come. I will meet. Well, there's a little hair flying. There are going to be people I meet that are going to say, yeah, let's do this. And that are going to fall through. Is that a smudge? I'm sorry. There's like a smudge on the lens. There was a smudge on the lens. There are going to be people that come into my life that will say, yeah, it sounds like a great idea. Let's do this. And they're going to fall. It's going to fall through. And like I said, I used to get really worried about it. And now I don't care because, like I say at the end of all my vlogs, there are a million content creators out there. And we're going to meet them all. So if you don't get one, you get another one. So anyway, that's my 2 cents. Let's go.
So I'm hoping those two, plus a bunch of others, will start to grow.
Yeah.
We'll know. We'll find out in 3 years.
We will know.
What
and
else?
We did.
Will I still be in this place? I doubt it. I doubt it.
Funny enough, yes, we are still in this place. But our lease ends next month. May 31st, our lease is done. We've just kept renewing it every year. Oh, we'll stay another year. We were here September 2021. We kept renewing it, and finally we're like, you know what? We've saved some money. Let's finally buy a house. And we were looking for houses, but not actively. For the last few months, we've actively been looking for a home. We found a couple we like. We are ready to purchase a home, put our down payment. But then yesterday we were hit with a huge tax bill because my wife had just started a business and we finally reported it, which we hadn't done before because we didn't know what we were doing. And we got hit with a $15,000 tax bill, which kind of puts a big wrinkle in the whole buying of a home thing. But we'll figure it out. But we won't be in here. I mean, we are in here now, but we won't be by June 1st. We'll be someplace else.
Let's see. What else did I write down? My mom. Wow. Yeah, my mom, how old is she? She's 80, 85, 86? God, I hope she's still around. Mom, I hope you're still around. I hope you're watching this in 3 years. If you're not,
She's not. She passed. My mom. Sorry. My mom passed away in August. That was hard. I was her little boy. And we talked every day, and I still miss her. It hasn't even been a year, but she's gone.
super sad.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
yeah,
I'm still
lost my
super
dad
sad.
10 years ago this year.
That was tough
in,
too.
2013.
That was tough too.
He had passed.
Man, it is hard to believe that both, and granted, I'm older. I can't hide that. I'm going to keep getting older. And that was one of the things. I used to always try to hide the fact of my age. I didn't want anybody to know how old I was because this is a young man's platform. No, it's not. I see a lot of old dudes on here, so I gave up on that, worrying about that, and I didn't care. But anyway, I am older. I'm in my 50s. And it's inevitable. Your parents are eventually going to pass away, but it's hard, man. But you can't call them for advice. They're gone, both of them.
In August, was it August? No, it was July. It was July, a couple weeks after Monique and I had gotten married. So
Yep.
Yeah. Let me see. Is time travel invented? I don't know why I wrote that. Time travel's not going to be invented.
That would be cool. Wouldn't it, though? If time travel really were invented. Who knows? Maybe it has been and we've just never been told. Because there's a lot of things that we're not told about. There was somebody, I just watched something the other day, that there was some guy, it's like not a prediction, somebody that can see things into the future, premonition maybe? He said that there's going to be, now I think we're, with the whole Steven Spielberg movie, the Disclosure Day thing, I think those are signals that are sent out because we're getting close. People are seeing fireballs that are not just coming down to Earth, but they're like moving and going in different directions. And we're getting closer to this. There's more of a UFO, UAP presence that people are more mindful of now than they were before. And there's somebody that had said that April 4th or this April, now granted, a lot of people say a lot of stuff, but they said that there's going to be something happening this month. We don't know yet. We don't know. Maybe we'll watch this again in 3 more years and we'll go, oh yeah, I remember when Matt said that. That happened. Anyway.
Let's see. Oh,
time travel.
Did you guys like me driving around in a roundabout for 100 miles?
No, I never did that.
I haven't done it yet.
And I still haven't.
First, I haven't even done it yet.
Nope, I didn't do it. It was something that I thought about doing. I thought, oh, that'd be a cool thing, like a clickbait. Like people be like, what's this all about? And I was going to just go to one of our roundabouts, because we have a lot of roundabouts here, and just keep going around and around and around and do it for 100 miles. And as I got closer, I thought about it. I was like, well, that's really dumb, because what happens when heavy traffic starts to hit maybe an hour or so later, and then you get hung up and maybe people call the police, or I don't know. I thought about it and I was like, that's really dumb, Matt. Don't do that. And so I never did. I never did it.
Wait until the weather got nice. But for some reason, I'm thinking that when I do that vlog, that's going to garner a lot of views. Did it? I don't know.
No, it got 0 views
Let me
because I didn't
see.
make it.
My old jobs? Why did I write that down? Why would I want to mention my old jobs? Who cares? I mean, yeah, I worked for the post office when I first came here.
I did.
To Colorado.
That was
I
not my
worked for
thing.
Like 4 months, 5 months. Wasn't my thing. I
just said
delivered
that.
for Uber Eats.
Yep.
And Grubhub. I still do that now.
No.
Am I still doing that?
No.
In 3 years? Oh God, I hope not.
No. Well, yeah, I made this April 1st, 2023. And then by August 2023, I had the job that I currently have now. And I enjoy it. I really do like it.
I hope that this YouTube thing is taken off for me.
It didn't, but
Do I
that's
still have my
fine.
Jeep?
Yeah.
Well, I don't have it now. It's been down in the shop for the last month because some knucklehead slid down a hill.
I remember that.
2 days before Christmas
Yeah.
this past year of 2022. Just T-boned
What
me
am I at?
because she couldn't
16.
stop and slid down a hill and plowed into me. That's when I was working for UPS. Oh yeah, I was working for UPS. I did that for what, 1 whole week this past Christmas?
and I did it on the job, or she
Yep.
did it to me on the job.
I remember that.
So I'm sure I got.
Yeah, they let me go. Another firing for some reason. They let me go because they thought it was my fault. And I said, no, I came to the stop sign. And then I started to move forward and thought maybe I should hang back because some of the stop signs are a little, the line is a little farther back than where the curb is. And so I had stopped. And then I started to pull forward to turn right. And I got, no, it's snowy or someone coming down the hill. Maybe I'll wait. And then she slid, sure enough, she slid into me and hit me. Well, they said, oh, well, where she hit you, it shows that you weren't at the stop sign. And so they fired me. Granted, I was only temporary, but I was like, well, that's baloney. But things happen for a reason. I mean, they really do. And I believe in that. And so it was a good thing, actually. Look at that face, man. What are you thinking right there, bro?
Car back by the time you see this. Well,
I did. I got it back. And I just spent, what was that? January, I spent $2,400 on my engine. And then just 2 weeks ago, I spent $1,400 on my engine mounts. I thought it was the shocks and struts because it was just so noisy when you'd hit the ground, boom, boom, boom. Then you try to get on the freeway and it just had no power. My engine mounts were just, you have these rubber things that are supposed to fit tight, and they were so deteriorated and broken down and shrunk that the whole engine would bounce around inside there. It runs like a friggin' dream. It is so amazing. It's like my old car is back again. Granted, it's a 2014. I bought it right before Thanksgiving of 2013. And that sucker's still going. I'm at over 150,000 miles. I love that car. It has done me well. It has done me well.
sold it? I hope so.
No.
It's a good car. It actually is. A Jeep Cherokee 2014. It's been good.
It's got
to
a lot
us.
of bad
It's
press.
got 56,000 miles, something like that.
Wait, what? Bro, no it doesn't. I was way off. I think at that point I think I had like 115. Maybe that's what I meant to say. But now I'm at 150. And as a matter of fact, hold on. I just, because and this is how anal I am, being a Virgo, I have kept the mileage for that vehicle every single month. So at the end of the month, I write down what my mileage is. I've been doing it since 2013. I'm a little nutty. Anyway, I just wrote this down this morning because I take a picture of it and then I wrote it down. The month of March, I went 1,228 miles. I did a lot more because now for the Matt Baker channel, I'm going places. I did a vlog at Coors Field. I did a vlog at, we drove up to Wyoming to see the Big Boy train. I did a vlog at the Transportation Museum, at the Mint, Colorado Springs. I'm all over the place and I still have a ton. I've got a list of things I'm going to do. Anyway, 151,000 miles. So actually, what I could do is here's 2022. Because I am who I am. There we go. 2023, I even wrote April, in shop. In May, 124,311. Isn't that funny? So why would I have said 150? I don't know. But I've got it. There it is. Okay, we're back. Sorry. What am I at? I'm at 20 minutes. I got 10 more minutes left.
Mention, like, my buddies. I hope that they're doing well. Hope you guys are doing good. Other than that, thanks for checking this out. Matt, how you doing, bud? 3 years down the road.
Yeah, I had, what was that, 2020, 2021, my friend Randy had passed away. That was tough. Yeah, it was December, right around his birthday, right around Christmas.
Am I losing more hair? I mean, I'm kind of losing some hair. And my hair's obviously going a little gray. So let's hope I can continue using the shampoo that colors it just a little.
Oh, I did, yeah.
I have to. I mean, it's gotten really gray. A lot of stress. Anyway, that's it. I'm done talking.
Are you sure?
You enjoyed this.
Are you
3 years
sure,
down the road.
Matt? am I going to delete this? Am I going to go in and be like,
I thought about it like a month after I had not posted this, but uploaded it because it just sits there. Maybe it was 2 months later. I had watched it again. I was like, oh, dude, that's dumb. I'm like, don't put that up. And then I made a pact with myself. It was like a year later, and I said, no, not only are you not going to watch it, but you're not going to delete it, because I had a different outlook on YouTube. So
coming up to April 1st,
What's up, Bubba?
2026,
What do
I'm
you
going to
mean?
embarrass the hell out of myself. I think I'm just going to just delete it.
No,
I'm not.
I don't
gonna
care.
do it. I'm going to let it go.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Good for you.
I'm that mind frame. Maybe you guys know that by
In that
now.
mind frame.
I really don't care. I don't care how things turn out. I just hope for the best.
I do.
But here's one thing.
Okay.
Here's one thing that I want to state.
Okay.
And that is,
It's my
and I'm
getting
gonna be honest
comfortable.
with you guys.
I'm getting serious.
In my life, I've been kind of that guy that's
22.
just settled. You know,
Yep.
I'm just like, whatever happens, happens. I never really had a goal.
That's not
ever.
true. I know. Yeah, see, technically that's not true.
I mean, I'm just like, school, okay, I did that. Did this, all right, whatever. Then, after my first marriage had failed, I said to myself, I'm going back to college, and I'm not going to f*** around. I am dead serious, and I'm going to get my college degree.
I was
and
serious.
I did. I knew I was a couple credits short of an AA at community college, so I'm like, I'm doing that first. I went to community college, bam, I busted that out, and then I put in the applications. I got accepted at San Francisco State, right close to where I lived, and I commuted there, and I finished in 2 years, 2.5, I think it was 2.5 technically, and I finished early. I was supposed to finish in June, and I finished in December, and I was on the dean's list, and I got a 4.0, and I was like, I had internships, I had a job, I had a girlfriend, I worked full-time, I had school full-time. I really busted my ass, and I realized at that point, I was like, wow, if you have a goal, you can seriously get a lot of crap done, dude.
Which is why my goal of, on the Matt Baker channel, 1,000 straight vlogs is obtainable. Because once I set my mind to something, now, before it was different. Now it's, when you set your mind and you say you're going to do something, and that's that whole principle, you say you're going to do something, you better damn well do it. And I am.
And once I did that, I went and got a job, and things were going good, and then at that time the market had crashed, and that
Stock
was
market,
the
the .com. I worked for Charles
and
Schwab.
a lot of crap kind of happened to me, and I lost a whole bunch of money. I lost a bunch of other things in my life.
Yep. I'd lost my house. I'd lost my job. I had a dog that died. I had been married again. I thought I'd give it another shot. And we had separated and then divorced. And it was just, I had spiraled down. It was bad. It was really bad. But, like a phoenix, you come right back, man, I'm telling you.
And I kind of had taken this little spiral, and I was like, oh, okay, well, I guess I'll just settle again. And I did, and I settled for the longest time.
Yep.
And then when I met my wife, who's from Poland, I thought, well, she doesn't know English, and I don't know Polish. My goal is to learn Polish.
What am I at?
So I said, I'm
25,
gonna
I
learn
got
one
5 minutes
Polish
left.
word
I can
a
always
day,
redo it.
every day until I know it. Eventually I did. I mean,
did.
To a point. I mean,
Yeah.
I think I'm pretty good at it.
Yeah.
But to a point, that was my goal. And then after that, I went back into my settling state. Well, then
Which is kind of like the Matt Baker channel, why I decided to do this, because I would sit on the couch and just watch movies or YouTube or Netflix, and it was that settling point. And I still watch Casey Neistat. He put out a video yesterday, something about Matrix. And I can see he had reached a level of success with his YouTube videos, his business Beam, selling, doing all that stuff. And he had some kids, and they were young kids. And now these kids are getting older. I think they might be around Elizabeth's age. I'm not too sure. But you get into that dad mode, that family mode, that we're doing things as a family together, and YouTube was probably put on the back. I don't know what I was looking over there. I'm supposed to be looking here. I'm sorry. Just something got my attention. And I'm assuming, I don't know, but I think his YouTube videos were put on the back burner because he was more focused on a family, which I get. I totally get that. But and that in his video, that's what he was talking about having the motivation. And I just remember his tattoo that says "Do more," and I was like, dude, like you have the talent. Just get right back in it. I know it's tough with the family, but we all aspired to be like you, or Adam the Woo, or PewDiePie, or Mr. Beast, or any of these guys. You know, you wanted to reach that level as well, and get there. So I hope he does. I would love to see him go back to a daily vlog. I know that would be difficult. Imagine, I have 6 channels. 6. Only 4 of them are active. One is and I'll show you here pretty soon. One is the, oh, nice screenshot, Matt. Good job. Why did I stop it there? Oh my God, I didn't even see that. As a matter of fact, here, we'll go take a, whoa, no, bro. Boop. We're gonna go here. So I know I'm jumping ship. What is it, 27, 28? I'm gonna stop this. I'll be right back. Okay, I had to stop it because I was getting close to the 30-minute mark. So anyway, this was the channel I started in October, end of October, called Vintage Cassette Dude, because I love music. I've always loved music. In fact, whoa, dude. And that's I use like a character's voice. So I've got like a Spicoli voice, man. Hey, welcome to Vintage Cassette Dude. And I love doing it. And I've got 267 subscribers. I get at least a dozen a week. People love the channel. It's fun. I have that persona. I don't get a lot of views, 13, 29, 20, 76. And I play a cassette. That's all I do. I have a little backstory. Hey, what do you guys remember about this cassette? I did this when I first heard it, or whatever. And I play it. And I started with just the long form, and then I started doing like these promo shorts. And the promo shorts, like I usually get, like this one I posted that this morning, 247 views. Wait, what is today? Wednesday. Yeah, I posted that this morning. 247 views. But a lot of them get over 1,000, 700,000, 500. So, and I'm all over the place. I'm country, I'm, punk, rap, or, wow, it's 4 already. I've been doing this for an hour. Oh my gosh. If you guys are still here, God bless you. Thank you. But anyway, so I'm going to go to here, and we're going to go to switch account real quick. So my home run baker's at 648. Elizabeth and Wren, this was her channel. She wanted it at first. We posted a few things. She did like a marathon running thing. She posted some stuff with her friends. Daddy was the one that edited it, so it was, and I shot it. So basically it was my channel. But then she said, I don't want to be on YouTube anymore. I said, okay, I get it. Fair enough. So that's still there. I haven't deleted it. There's us right here. Leave it to Baker. We're down to 704. So we're going the opposite direction. The Matt Baker channel, that's grown. 354. It keeps growing. That one's a fun one. Vintage Cassette Dude, 267. And then here's the Leave It to Baker Beat, 16. Well, no, that doesn't make sense. I had 14. I was the exact same as Elizabeth and Wren. Yet, why would I get new subscribers? I don't post anything on there. I don't know. And then here's the Matt Baker channel one real quick. 354. I got 138 videos. Adversity. That was yesterday's. See, every single day. We saw the big boy, and it wasn't Bob. This one, I Refuse to Get Old. Stadium Tour. Denver Mint. So it is difficult to come up with something every single day to do a daily vlog. To get back to the Casey Neistat thing. If he could just get back to doing daily vlogs, we miss them. We miss his talent and his creativity. And I bet you he will someday, because once it's in your blood, you can't give it up. You absolutely love doing it. But anyway, we're going to hit play. Writers Guild because of COVID and cutbacks. I didn't do anything wrong. It was just cutbacks. I did! And I said, I did everything wrong. YouTube thing. But I was kind of in this on the fence thing of like, do I really want to do it? Do I just want to plug out videos? Then, like, I'd say maybe a year ago. No, not even a year ago. I think it was maybe, when was this? Yeah, maybe a year ago. I'm like, you know what? I'm really going to settle down and I'm going to focus on this. This is my goal. My goal is 10 million subscribers. Whoa, bro. That would be cool. 10 million? I mean, it's a good goal. Why not? It's a great goal. Will I ever get there? Probably not. And I had to accept that, and that's okay. I don't mind. I don't mind. But yeah, that's lofty.
And I know I am, and I'm not going to quit, and I'm going to keep pushing.
Yeah.
Every single day I'm going to be putting out content.
Which I did. I'm crazy. 6 channels, 4 active. I love it. I love making it. I love doing it.
Trying to get more subscribers, and I'm just going to keep going. That's my goal. I'm never going to quit.
Do you know that none of my channels have 1,000 subscribers, which means that I'm not monetized on any of them? And some people would say, so wait, you're not getting any money? No. But why would you do it? Why would a painter, an artist, why would he paint if he didn't love it? You're not necessarily going to be famous. Nobody's ever going to see it. Maybe you never sell your work, but you do it. Musicians, maybe you get some gigs. Maybe you go and you play at a few clubs or some smoky bars or something, and you've never signed a contract and you're never going to be rich and famous musician, but you love doing it. And you keep playing because you love doing it. It's that creative aspect of it where you just want to keep making it because you love doing it. That's me. I love doing it.
Am I at 10 million subscribers in 3 years?
No, you are not.
I doubt it. But that's not going to hold me back.
No.
I'm going to continue.
Look at that
I'm never gonna
focus.
Quit. So that is my lesson to myself, I guess. Matt, dude, you're not quitting.
No.
You're going to keep going.
You are.
So that's it.
I'm going to end up in the grave someday. I'll be making vlogs from the grave. I'll be dead and buried. I'll have this. Maybe I'll say that. I'll ask my wife or my daughter, hey, can you do me a favor? Could you put this like right here in the casket with me?
I guess I just wanted to get that off my chest. I hope you guys enjoyed, and, well, I'll see you in 3 years.
Yes, you will.
All right. Peace out.
Peace out. I still do that to this day. Look, and Adam the Woo still pops up. Justin Scared? Scarred? Scared? I can't remember. I think it's Scarred. I love it. I'm going to end this. Boop. I think that's ended. I think I've ended that. Let me see. Could you imagine if it wasn't recording? Seriously, if it wasn't recording any of that? Okay. Whoo! That freaked me out. I didn't see it on my screen because when you screen record, it'll save it. And I didn't see it on there, and I was freaking out for a second. I was like, that's a typical Matt Baker thing. I would probably have screwed something up. But I see here, it says 1 hour, 4 minutes. Thank you guys for checking this out. I appreciate it. Should I do this in 3 years? Should we watch this? In which case, if we watch this in 3 years, then it'll be 1.5 hours because I'll have to react to my reaction. I don't know. Anyway, things are going to look different. We'll be in a different place. The channels will be growing. I love doing them. And in 3 years, well, I will have reached 1,000 straight days. Thank you so much, guys. Appreciate it. We will see you on the Matt Baker channel tomorrow. And the Leave It to Baker channel, I think I'm going to be working with a guy, if we get to work together. His name is Will. He's got a channel, Model Railroading, and so that'll be fun. So hopefully we get to do that. And I'll look back and say, hey, we did it. Anyway, thanks, guys. See you tomorrow. Peace out.